Okay, this is lesson 102, mass and weight. So mass is the amount of matter in an object. How many molecules you have inside. So it's measured in science terms in grams. So the base unit is grams. And then you can add a prefix, which gives you more specific information. So if you say milligrams, mg, then if you have 1 milligram, you have 1,000th of a gram. So a gram is about a paper clip. So if you cut it into 1,000 pieces and took one, you would have a milligram. Grain of salt, milligram. Okay, so really tiny. And then you could add another prefix to this base unit. You could say kilogram. So kilogram there. Usually you don't say it kilo, but kilogram. And that tells me that I have 1,000 grams. So if I say kilogram, 1,000 grams. Milligram, 1,000th of a gram. Okay? So a milligram is 1,000th of a gram, or there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. So it's going to take 1,000 of those paperclip pieces to make 1 paperclip. So a milligram is really tiny. Kilogram is 1,000 grams, or there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So it's about a textbook, about 2 pounds. Okay, so if that gives you any hint of what a kilogram is. So 1 gram is 1,000th of a kilogram. It takes 1,000 of them to make a kilogram. So prefixes hook onto base units, and that's how the metric system works, and it's just lovely. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit more about mass and weight. So we knew mass measures the amount of matter in an object, but weight is how much gravity pulls on that object. So it's the mass times the acceleration due to gravity. That's a science term. That isn't in your book, but I taught science, so there you go. So let's look at the moon and the earth. On the earth, in my dreams, I weigh 120 pounds. My mass would be 54 kilograms. Okay, let's say I go to the moon. My mass is still 54 kilograms. I have not cut any part of my body off. I still have all my arms and legs and head and toes. So my mass stays the same. It's 54 kilograms. My weight changes because the pull of gravity changes on that mass. So again, in my dreams, I weigh 120 pounds, but on the moon, I only weigh 20 pounds. So mass is the same, weight is different. Scientists measure weight in newtons. The usual, like if you go to the grocery store and buy a pound of bananas, we usually measure in normal everyday life weight in pounds. And again, because I taught science, I threw that in there. Okay, so let's look at example 1. They want to know how many grams are in 2 kilograms. So I already know that there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So there are 2,000 grams in 2 kilograms. But let's figure out how we actually got there. I'm going to set up my unit conversions. Again, this is dimensional analysis. It will be your friend. You'll learn more about it. If you don't get it quite now, it's fine. Remember how I said if I have the same units on the top and the bottom, I can cancel them? So if I set up I have 2 kilograms, and I want to end up with the units of grams over here. So I'm going to say 2 kilograms. My conversion factor, I know that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So let's cancel out those kilograms. So they're gone. I end up with grams, and I'm going to multiply 2 times 1,000. I get 2,000, and then divide by 1, so it's itself. You don't have to go through all that, but man, if you can figure this piece out, it's going to be really helpful to you. You'll have plenty of chances to practice it coming in your next couple of years, but it's going to be good, I promise you. All right, example 2. The key to this is that you know that there are 16 ounces in a pound. Okay, fair enough. Got it. So we're going to add, and my L's look like 1, so this is 7 pounds, 2 pounds instead of 71 B's. So 7 pounds, 2 pounds, and I've got 12 ounces and 6 ounces. I'm going to treat them separately, kind of like I do with fractions and whole numbers. So let's add this first. I'm going to say 18 ounces there and 9 pounds. Was that simplified? Don't I have 16 ounces in a pound? So let's go ahead and subtract my 16 ounces here. And I'm going to get 2 ounces left. But what do I do with that one that I subtracted? I add it over here. So my answer is 10 pounds, 2 ounces, if I add those two things together. Does that make sense? So just remember that you need to take out the whole pounds that you can and convert them to pounds. I can't convert that because it's not enough to be a whole pound yet, okay? Again, not 91 B's, 9 pounds, 7 pounds, okay? So, I can't subtract. So can I borrow a whole pound and turn it into ounces? Sure, let's borrow one. That turns to 8 pounds. And then I'm going to add my 16 to my 10, so I'm going to get 26 ounces. You see how I did that? The 10 plus the 16 up here. So 26 minus 12. Now I can subtract. So 14 ounces, and then 8 minus 7 is 1 pound. So 1 pound, 14 ounces. And that was example 2. Again, the key is remembering that you can convert between pounds and ounces anytime you need to. So I didn't have quite enough ounces to be able to subtract here, so I just took some ounces from over here, a whole pound of them, and moved it over to my ounce column. So that's basically this lesson. Just remember that there are 16 ounces in a pound. That's it.